Hi everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to another weekly walkthrough. So this is the 26th of January onwards. There's not going to be any time codes for this or timestamps below because I'm only going to be focusing on one option here. Here's the thing, event tickets, ultimates, these are the ones I choose. Event tickets, I've done probably like 40 minutes of like content on my channel in like the past week, going through how to do this one. Basically, without needing to even see a player, because it's the PvP event, right? But there are pretty easy ways to get this one done. Just doing the quests in Cyrodiil and Imperial City, just that don't require you to do any PvP stuff. So, yeah, I feel like if I just go through that again, I'm just basically repeating myself. So if you want to know how the event tickets one works, just check the other videos. The second part of the Gone Pursuit and the PvE approach to the White Strikes event. They did them pretty recently. It won't take you much to find them. So yeah, this one's easy, but honestly, this one here is even easier. The thing is, Battleground matches, you're probably going to cast 10 or 15 ultimates going through a single Battleground. Maybe 5, but you're probably... anything you do basically related to combat is going to use ultimates. Even just going up to a target dummy and like heavy attack spamming it until you get ultimate back is probably going to be quicker than doing Battleground matches. So what I want to do instead is just go through the fastest possible ultimates you can use, because honestly, it might be quicker like running around leveling up a character to level 12 to get some ultimates of these options here than doing Battleground matches, because you got to consider it takes some time getting the queue to pop for Battlegrounds, so it could take literally fucking 15-30 minutes up to an hour just to get a single one, just because of the way Battleground match queues work. Like, you just have to go through here obviously and just get it. I think competitive is quicker to get a match for, but obviously it's competitive, so you got to know what you're doing to keep up with these sorts of people. I think that's the idea, whereas standard is just more casual. But honestly, you don't need that, just do ultimates. I'll show you why. So there are a lot of ultimates in this game that you can just... you don't have to use any ultimate in order to complete this very quickly, because the way it works is, if you block cancel an ultimate, or if you use an ultimate that's a toggle, it still counts for this endeavor progress, but it doesn't use any ultimate. So one of the best options for this is going to be wardens, so I'm going to cover them first. So as a warden, you just have to level up animal companions to level 12 to get wild guardian. This is without a doubt the best option. So what you want to do is you want to cast the skill, but while you cast it, you want to block. And what it's going to do is it's going to stop the ultimate from casting. Now obviously, if you've already casted it and the bear is up and you can't do that, just go to character menu and right click on the Wild Guardian, and that will remove it. So all you have to do is, I would first probably just turn the volume down because this will get very loud, but if you just press R and then block, or ultimate and then block, over and over, yeah, you can get it done pretty fucking quick. So yeah, we're almost halfway now. But yeah, like I said, it's very loud. So you can do this with any skill, or any ultimate that has a cast time. Bear is the easiest one to use because you have 2.5 seconds before you cast it. There's a lot of other ultimates in the game that have cast times that you can use, and I'll go through them shortly, but the other best option here is going to be Sorcerers. Alright, so with Sorcerers, if you have the Storm Calling skill line, obviously you can also subclass and get these skill lines too. If you don't have a Sorcerer or a Warden, that is another thing. But yeah, you get Overload here. So Overload instead, what you want to do with this one is, instead of block cancelling it, you literally just cast it over and over. That's it. Because Overload is a toggle, so you turn it off and you turn it on. It says cost of 25 ultimate, but that's just to use the abilities when you light attack. Oh, sorry, when you light attack, it uses up ultimate to increase the damage of the light attack, basically. But it doesn't do anything when you activate it and deactivate it. So that one there is also really easy to use. After that, you've got another bunch more, but they are much harder to use. Well, not much harder, but they all have cast times of half a second or thereabouts. 0.3, 0.4, 0.5. That's what the options tend to be. So I'll just go through them all. The two non-class related ones are Lacerate, which is probably one of the better ones because it's 0.5 seconds. And then you've got Dawnbreaker, which is the other one, 0.4. So dual wields, Lacerate, that requires level 50 in dual wield, that takes a while. And Fighter's Guild, Dawnbreaker requires level 10 in Fighter's Guild, which takes a while. So unfortunately these two options take ages. But the class versions are really quick to get. Nightblades, Siphoning, Soul Shred. This one here, 0.5 seconds, pretty good. And level 12 in Siphoning does not take a long time to get to. You've also got in Nightblades Assassination, Deathstroke, 0.4 second cast time. This one here, pretty easy to get, Assassination 12. The last one you can use is Templars with Adric's Spear, Radial Sweep over here. But this one's got 0.3 seconds, so I would only use this if this is like the only option you've got. But yeah, you can do the same thing with this, just block cancel this. But you have to be very on point with this one, because yeah, 0.3 seconds is not a lot of time. Oh, there's one more, sorry. There's also Berserker Strike. 0.4 seconds, requires a target. You can use this on target dummies, or go to the Scholarium target dummies there as well. Or you could just use it on an enemy and just keep block cancelling it. So that's another thing. But yeah, Overload and Warden Bear ulti, they're the best options though, by far. But just giving you an example here of using the Soul Shred ultimate for Nightblades. So this one has a 0.5 second cooldown, so it's pretty good. So yeah, just ult and then immediately block. Yeah, it'll look pretty weird and sound pretty weird, but yeah, it's the best way by far. If you need ultimate, right, if you accidentally mess it up, the quickest way to get ultimate, naturally, is to light attack enemies and then let them hit you and block it. That's those two options there give you ultimate every few seconds. So just keep doing that. I guess you could use a target dummy to light attack if you want, but yeah, blocking also gives you ultimate, which target dummies don't, kind of do that. So yeah. It's also worth noting that there is a morph of the Nightblade Assassination skill's Deathstroke called Soul Harvest. This gives you 10 ultimate every time you kill an enemy. So if you've got that, just go into a public dungeon, kill a bunch of enemies, you'll get enough ultimate for this kind of thing very quickly. I guess you could also use that to bypass the issue with casting it and not blocking by accident, but yeah. At that point, you've got Soul Harvest at that point, so you might as well use it. Alright, that's kind of it. If you have any questions about that, or about anything else here, just let me know. But yeah. It feels weird, but honestly, I really don't think you should bother with anything other than that this weekly. Okay, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for your support as always. I'll see you next time. Take care for now.